Hello everyone, Zalaka here. Today in this video we're going to talk about decision making in Python. If, Elif and else statement, how you can use this if statement in Python, Elif statement, and then how you can use else statement in Python programming language, then how you can solve different real world programs using this if, Elif and else statement. Having this, now let me dive right into the tutorial. Let me take an example before directly dive right into the coding. Let me say you have a registration form. In that registration form, we have a user age form field. And then this form field accepts for the user having an age of 20 and above. However, if you enter the user age 80, you cannot be able to register. This is an introduction for how an if statement is worked. If the user age is greater than or equal to, you can register. That means if your age is greater than or equal to, you can register. However, your age is less than 20, you cannot be able to register in the form field. That is how an if statement is worked. Okay, now when you come to if statement, first let me see the simplest kind of if statement. The simplest kind of if statement has one test and one action. Here is the syntax for if statement right here. There is if keyword right here and then followed by conditional test and then colon. After that, if this condition, after that the code to be executed. That means you can put any conditional test in the first line and just about any action in the indentation block following the test. If the conditional test evaluates true, Python executes the code following the if statement. If the test evaluates to false, Python ignores the code following the if statement. So this condition only executes when the condition is satisfied. Let's say we have a variable representing a person's age and we want to know if that person is old enough to vote. The following code tests whether the person can vote or not. Then first let me declare a variable age right here and store a number 20. After that, if the age greater than or equal to 80, then print, do something. Print, you are old enough to participate. So from here, Python checks whether the value of the age is greater than or equal to 80. As you can see here, it is, right? The user age is greater than 80. That means 20 is greater than 80. So Python executes the indented code right here. So when we execute the program, it gives you are old enough to participate, right? Okay, to clarify it more, let me give you a real world example. Let me say if you are interested to buy a product, let me say on Amazon or Alibaba or eBay, then first let me declare a variable QT and quantity equals to 50 and the price of the product, let me say the price of the single product $100 and then declare another variable, let me say amount equals to price times quantity. So here is the if statement. If the amount greater than 1000, then print congratulations, you have 30% discount, right? Here we have discount means over here 30% times the amount. So print, you have just saved this much dollar from your purchase. And then again, the amount of expenditure to purchase the product equals to amount minus discount. Print, your amount of expenditure for your purchase is this much dollar, right? So when we execute this program, it says congratulations, you have 30% discount, you have just saved $450 from your purchase. Your amount of expenditure for your purchase is this much dollar. So if you buy an amount greater than 1000, this code executes, right? As you see here, the code inside this if statement is executed. Why? The amount, which is 50 times 100, equals to 1500, which is greater than 1000. So the condition is satisfied, so that the code inside the if statement will be executed, right? So that is how the if statement is working. Over here, all the indented line after an if statement will be executed if the test passes the condition. However, the entire block of indented line will be ignored if the test doesn't pass the condition that we have said. From here, instead of greater than 1000, let me say less than 1000. Over here, amount less than 1000. Does it mean that 1500 less than 1000? The answer is no. So the condition becomes false. Over here, when we execute the program, the entire block of indented line will be ignored. No code is executed right here. The question is, what we are going to do if the condition in the if statement is false and you are interested in to execute some program even if the condition is false. So in this case, the if-else statement is coming to play. An if-else block is similar to a simple if statement, but the else statement allows you to define an action or a set of actions that are executed when the conditional test fails. That means if the condition is false, right? From here, if the person is old enough to vote, but this time we will add a message for anyone who is not old enough to vote. So let me here is an age 20, and if age greater than or equal to 80, this line of code will be executed, right? As if the user age is less than 80, then the code inside the else statement will be executed if this condition is false, right? So over here, the age is less than 80. In this time, the conditional test fails and the code in the else block is executed. Okay, to clarify it more, let me take the second example right here. And Qt, instead of 50, let me accept input from the user, right? And then to do this, Qt, instead of 50, let me say enter the quantity here and input. This input should be in integer format, right? So it should be an integer rather than a string. It should be an integer. So over here, we should use int in order to change or in order to casting the string into an integer. So Qt int and then input enter the quantity here. So it accepts a number from the user and leave another as it is, and then if this condition doesn't satisfy, then the else statement, the code inside the else statement will be executed as print thanks for purchase from us, and here is another statement right here which is found in the indentation block. Print your amount of expenditure for your purchase is amount, this much amount dollars, right? So when we execute the program, it says enter the quantity here. You see, when we enter the quantity 5 right here, 5 times 100, it is 500. Does 500 greater than 1000? The answer is no. So the condition is false. So the code inside the else statement is executed. Again, when you enter the quantity here, tell me the code inside the if statement is executed. Why? Because 20 times 100 to 1000 is greater than 1000. So this is true, right? That is how the if-else statement is working. The question is, what are you doing if you want to run a multiple condition at the same time? The answer is, if you want to run a multiple condition at the same time, we have to use Elif to write such condition. Here is, let me take a similar example right here, quantity and price amount, and then let me add over here, let me add Elif. Elif amount greater than 500, then print congratulations, you have 50% discount, and discount again 50% times amount, and print you have just saved this much dollar from your purchase, and then again amount equals to amount minus discount. So print your amount of expenditure for your purchase is this much dollar, and then here is a statement. So over here, if the amount is greater than 1000, the code inside the if statement is executed. If the amount less than 1000, the Python checks the next statement, which is a if statement. If the amount greater than 500, then the code inside this elif statement will be executed. If this is true, the code inside here will be executed. And again, if this is false, code inside the else statement will be executed. Now, when we run the program, okay, here we have. Then it says enter the quantity here. So if you enter 6 right here, 6 times amount means price times quantity. 6 times 100, 600. So does 600 greater than 1000? The answer is false. So it jumps into the elif statement. Does 600 greater than 500? The answer is true. So this condition is true. And then this condition is executed. No need of to check another condition. This is all about how an if, elif, and else statement in Python is working. So if you have any question concerned here, let me know in the comment section below. If this content is valuable, please like and share to your friend. Hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell icon to be notified while I come out a daily programming training video just like this one. With that being said, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.